map right away, considering how unbelievable Nongshim has looked on it. And let's see if they're ready for it. I mean, like the desk was talking about, you've got the Cypher baked into this comp already. You've got an Astra there maybe that can help you do a little bit of delay, but overall, you're just gonna have to kind of get a feel for the pace of the game and try to find ways to shut Domby down. And many have tried with different variations. Nobody yet has succeeded consistently.
As the desk was highlighting, though, a bit of a different flavor with that Cypher, with that Astra. Let's see what mates do have in store. As the first little peek coming through. Francis will walk down mid, just going to be clearing out that Cypher cam nice and early.
A heavy stack in towards mid here. You got backup behind Francis at the top of B site.
Continuing to linger on this angle. Does he get rewarded? The question, no, we'll back away. Joins it on the A site. Meanwhile, it's like a shock dart landing at the feet of Martine. Does take him to 33.
It's all a fake, though, and they pulled the rotations. No follow through.
RB making noise. That ping coming down. It's going to be a double push now out of the garage. Wrapping around, and obviously the turret deactivated, given the positioning of Ivy, and now they get the jump, and RB gets the bad news. Mini to find the first kill of the map. As all of Nongshim going to be scrambling to try to get back into position. Tripwire catching one. Martine holding close, looking to catch them off guard on this swing, and will be able to get a kill for himself. Pipo as well, joining in from the garage doors, looking for a little bit more, but Francis will be able to collect a second. So into a 3v3. Nongshim players low on health.
Look at Starkso.
Swinging around the back, and this will be Ivy absolutely dead to rights right before he maybe would have had a chance to contend against Mini. Push the garage, clip gonna be good for both, and Mates gonna be good for the pistol round win.
Yeah, and this is one of the big things that I noticed coming up to this event, watching Mates, watching them so far in this event, is their mid-rounding is so good. They understand tendencies of their opponents so well, and Starkso knows how to use that against you. And in this round, you throw both duelists at the A site, at long. You have to react as Nongshim. You have no choice but to throw your forces at that, because if both duelists are there, feels like a hit. And instead, it's actually just a pullback, and Nongshim never is able to figure it out. Space taken, RB flanked. Great round.
Four-player stack up once again, going to be X-Ross by himself. Cross towards A, as they want to try to collapse in on top of these players of Mates, but able to quickly exit, rolling back, and now gambling into the lighter side of the map.
No more charges.
Oh, and instantly a headshot. X-Ross taken out.
Yep, the punish found halfway now towards that dimensional drift. It's Francis, only one buying up a Sheriff. Trying to put it to use. Domby's going to be good for one, but now both duelists for Nongshim going to be left on the floor. Just RB and Ivy, classics in hand to try to see if they can make a go of anything, get some damage in, or if they will just tuck back and die to the spike. So they want to try to find some blood here, but it's only going to be theirs. Standing there close. As Martine, having gotten that Marshal, is going to go on this hunt and wants to get even closer to that ult. See if they can funnel it in. And Ivy on the drop down. Martine will be able to pursue and deepen up from behind. A 3K form and a 2-0 start. Clean stuff for Mates.
Yeah, looking really solid so far. Let's see what they can do with this bonus. It's going to be pretty powerful. 3 Bulldogs, 2 Vandals. That's what they're bringing to bear. Martine there, pretty good. The Marshal, Desk was talking about, very good with those scopes. Can get those in his hands. He could certainly do damage. Francis on the other side also pretty sharp. But this time it is Mates who are coming out 2-0 and maybe going to challenge the C site this time. A pretty far forward turret here. They clear it out along with the Nano.
Plenty of noise being made. Trying to once again drum up that interest. Drag Nongshim across to one side of the map. Domby at the same time is going to go for a peek in towards B. 3 players on the opposite side of that as Ivy under some pressure, but Domby able to hold his own for one, but Martine quickly shuts him down. B site now going to be open, the plant going in, Martine getting the dimensional drift off the back of this. So even though it's into a 4v4, this is still very good odds for Mates as they look to convert the opponents, and immediately that ult gets invested.
Look at Starkso again.
Swing around the corner, Glyph however going to be overwhelmed. Ivy collecting that kill, tries to turn back to find the enemy Aura, but Martine continues to excel. 6-1-1, 7-1-1. Can he get some more in the round? RP just stuck here within the smoke, is going to be good for the one. Retaps it, Martine, snaps on, looks for the ace, RP will deny, but cannot get the round win. The bonus conversion is found.
Well, Nongshim's going to need to call 911 here pretty soon. That is absolutely crazy stuff from Martine. Trying to show you he is the best in the world right now. This Nongshim style be damned. And they're all over the map right now. Nongshim is having such a hard time keeping track of stuff, and it's the beginning of this round that's a setup for Mates. They clear the KJ util so they can set up for some of those lurks in the sea. They don't even really end up needing it because they have dimensional drift, but a lot of the follow-through ideas are there.
Looking for the crunch into mid. Francis left limping away, 26 health remaining. Frankly, fortunate to be able to escape. RB just staying slotted here within the smoke in case there's that aggressive push, but Mates, they're taking it nice and easy. Swing out.
Whoa.
Nice shots from Exros. Just get put down low on HP, but he's able to find the kill, but Martine now able to go ahead and clean up the enemy Sova, and now they go pushing forward into the C side. Try across, and Starzo shuts down Dambi. Now Beepo forward here into the smoke. The walk in to his demise. Francis gone. Beepo just dashing around, plants his feet, 180s, and is just dancing on him. 4-0 start, back into a bye. Nongshim, surely they pop a timeout.
And Mates able to do something that a lot of teams have struggled with in Pacific, and that's not get run over by Dambi with a shotgun. And it's all on this reaction from Stark. So he's expecting it. Sees him, hits him right before he comes through the fast lane again. Ridiculous, absolutely ridiculous. Great stuff from Beepo. Using the relay bolt to set himself up for success. You're absolutely correct. It will be timeout time for Nongshim. This is tough, man. It's a lot of trickery. It's a lot of fakes early. It's a lot of misdirection baked into this game plan for Mates. And Nongshim is having a really hard time getting a read on it. And I think part of this is Mates understanding that the Nongshim coaching staff and the Nongshim players want to use that neon to react quickly to stuff. So if they put some pressure somewhere, they're gonna get over rotates. They're gonna open up space on the map, and that's what they've been doing a great job of taking advantage of.
Only 10 more seconds remaining in this Coinbase win condition for Nongshim to try to get everything clustered together and start to understand the way that Mates are pushing and pulling on this map. So far, it has been a struggle. Certainly not what you expect to see from this squad, even though it is their first time making their way out onto this global stage. Same could widely be said for those on Mates as well.
Absolutely.
A little bit more of that veteran presence, given that you have Martine as well as Starso.
It's a little bit of an extra oomph, and you know, you also have that advantage of playing in through the group stage. You know, frankly, that is an advantage at this point. The way that the players get adapted to everything, you're used to the stage noise, all that kind of stuff. A little bit of a go with a clone and a drone. Ivy will be identified, but again, misdirection early. Trying to pull rotations. They will get Dambi just taking space instead. Crossfire set up with RB. See if they can hold this.
Swing now. Dambi able to find the first. Looks for a little bit more, but Martine again cuts him down. RB is there for that second layer, but Starzo is able to find Francis. Starts on the walk forward, catching Glyph there at A lobby, and RB finds a second. Ivy gets involved, and Nongshim will be able to find their first round win. Op going to be recovered as they get on the board.
Love the timeout call here from Nongshim. The plan is pretty simple. Hold your defaults for the most part. Where there isn't early pressure on the map, try to take a little bit of space. They get it in towards the front of B, and Dambi's able to get the first kill and really set this round in motion for Nongshim to start going for those trades, go for those push-outs, and they do a phenomenal job of it. It's a little back and forth, but overall, you're playing for those trades, and you're going to get them. That's exactly what the doctor ordered here for Nongshim. Dambi does have his ult. You have Starkzo's ult already.
Well, do they have more of it is going to be the question. Can you find that follow-up? Operator been shifted, reposition now. It's the full 5 forces of Mates. Get ready to collide in against Ivy, but he's just going to go on a timing spray through that cyber cage, finding Mini. Dimensional drift again here from Martine, by the way. He's dancing around. I'm trying to guide this Hunter's Fury, and eventually it's going to be Glyph able to collect the kill there onto Ivy as the KJ gets taken down. So 4v4. Spike still being brought forward, not yet planted. Dambi trying to hold them back, and Francis finding a shot. Starzo now eliminated as the Cosmic Divide gets called in, but already 2 players are in front of this. Smoke now falling. Dambi finding the one. pops that overdrive, slides in, and will zap Martine down. 3 players alive. Nongshim, they double up their round count.
This is a great example of what makes Domby such a good Neon. It's the patience that he has. Sometimes, yes, he's going to be running all over you. He's going crazy. He's styling on you, whatever. But look at that jump peek there. He gets the spot onto the 2 players, the one behind the box, the one back sight. And he immediately pops the overdrive, wants to make sure that there's nothing left in that round for Gentlemates. And that's huge. Get that early pressure. They have a quick TP over as well after they bully Mates out of long A.
And mind you, that's a 3 ult investment from Gentlemates.
True.
So ends up being a massive victory for Nongshim. Round count aside. Now after their own decent little bit of ult economy going, and Cliff is going to be caught. X-Ross from all the way across the map, intercepting the enemy Astra.
Great setup.
Once again, though, Nongshim going to have to go for the retake play. Smitty will reposition. Francis at the same time. The Dimensional Drift is in, spotting out the 2 players at Garage, calling that for RB, but Downby's now going to be taken down. Beepo finding him at backside, finds another. The exit's there. Francis good for 1. But now the neural depth invested here in their face, looking for the shot on the side across, but Beepo will track him down.
What a hold here from Mates. I mean, this is just firepower on display. The setup here is brilliant in the early part of the round. Use the Killjoy utility to stall them out in Garage. You have the lineup with the Hunter's Fury. Yeah, you catch the clone as well in there, but Glyph is the main target. Oh, Beepo. He wants to prove that he can hang with Domby on this server, and he is doing a great job. 5 and 4. But that round, pivotal, the way he's able to shut down that execute from Domby and Ivy, or the retake attempt, I should say.
It's a massive one. It looks like Mate just continued to just poke and prod towards this C site. I think better of it for now.
Well, for sure.
Again, Nongshim trying this walk down mid.
Yeah, with how much Nongshim has been willing to invest resources into long A early, you know, you might be able to get that open space, get those easy plants, get into your post plants a little bit easier. That round, they just scrambled really well. Nongshim, I think, had a decent idea of how to play that, but Mates were just better in the individual firepower department. X-Ross is tucked in. He's got a crossfire with RB set up. Let's see if they can do some damage here.
Cage popped. Gets himself flush against the walls. They go fishing into the corner. Spots him out and has him lined up. Fantastic position for X-Ross, and he gets a 3rd. Crosshair just perfectly placed to clean up Glyph. And what a lurk. Perhaps a bit of luck in the mix as well. Starts on now. Last one standing. Ivy not quite peeking out from that deep flank. This round surely is going to be Nongshim's, and there you go. The final shot from behind. Nongshim trying to keep it contentious. It's 2 rounds separating now.
It's just big plays again, just like we saw in that best of 5 against RRQ for Nongshim, where X-Ross was just going absolutely crazy. The best performance we had seen from him to date. One of the new members here on the Nongshim, and he has really stepped up as of late.
And also on a new role, because coming into kickoff, prior to that, he'd been playing controller. It was RB running the Sova, running the initiator. Changed it up, and he has looked right at home. Big performance for him to try to start this off and get Nongshim into a winning position. Now, just paranoid out from RB, able to buy enough time, buy enough space, slows down the approach.
Ooh.
He's gonna try to make this half by Sing.
Nice relay bolt.
The dart, the reposition, clear of that turret. As soon as that KJ util does expire, here comes the entry. Got the leg shot down, he gets a spray down, finds himself a 2nd. Ivy good for 1, but Martine still alive, still in with a chance, our mates. But RB closing the gap, here's the TP. Knows he's made his exit, goes for the swing, challenges him, and manages to win it out. Nongshim, 1 away from tying it up, but man, every time Martine is still alive, Mates are absolutely still in with a shout.
Oh, you feel like there's a chance every time with him. He's up to 15 kills already. Just frying as usual. But this is, in terms of the macro game, good stuff from Nongshim. You throw that relay bolt out to prevent the quick B hit, funnel them over to C, and they've kind of overcommitted by the point that Nongshim's already got a lot of players there. They've got 4 out of the 5. And so it's a great crossfire setup. They're in position to handle that pressure nicely. And even though it's fast, it's great on-the-fly thinking from Nongshim. Speaking of the devil.
Cutting through.
We'll find Domby. There's his 3rd ult. Sending out another one. Sprinting his way across, spotting out the players here in mid. Gonna rewrap all the way across towards heaven. Meanwhile, Francis stunned up into the corner. Gets the shot onto Pipo, but now Martine arrives there in heaven. Keeps his fellow duels protected and opens up this A site even further.
Ooh!
Won't be able to find one. Gets a little bit of damage there onto Glyph. Follow-up shock dart finding a bit more as well. Martine gonna go for the later linger. Does have the TP to get himself into the corner. Will be spotted. And there's the exit. They know where he's jumped to. They look to try to get this defuse going. A 3v4 and Ivy taking point. Finds the first, swings in, takes out Martine, but not before he finds himself a 3rd kill. Starso pinned into the corner. The defuse, however, is just being held to completion. Enough space bought, enough covering fire from Ivy. Nongshim tie it up at 5-5.
What composure here from Nongshim. This round looks like Martine's just gonna win it by himself. He's just gonna knock you out before you have any hope. Great dimensional drift to set up that crossfire anchor. Something that I love about the way mates play is they use their duelists to set up kind of on-the-fly flanks that leave their opponents in just bad positions, but you have that ultimate. You have Ivy's ultimate to clear that space, to set that up, and it's just held. Ivy holds the line brilliantly.
Cuts to the corner. Judge v Shorty. The jump across, people now going on the entry, immediately shut down, and Francis out like a thief in the night. Thrown up over the top. Martine looking for the readjust. It's going to be Starzo to collect the kill, but now the relay bolt goes in. The try to hold him back. Double swing in the corner, and RB comes away with 2. Domby with 1, and now it is just a Domby sprinting at him, playing in RB as Nongshim gain the lead.
This is huge. Nongshim really good on both sides of this map. Over 70% win percentage, as you would expect with the, 13-4, 35. Disgusting, by the way. The combo there, relay bolt, paranoia, double swing. And they hit it out of the park. they're letting loose with a few vamoses of their own.
Mates now, once again, shaky on the buy. A Bulldog, a Sheriff in the mix. Well, half armor, still gonna have that operated. They're not gonna be seeing the appearance of the Outlaw here for Nongshim. Do we get a 6-6? Or a 7-5 to Nongshim's advantage at the half.
Mates have gotten a little one-dimensional, so Nongshim has been able to rotate well, take space well. They've got a
Ross
great
is
read.
in such an invested position here, and he hits the transfer for all 3! Unbelievable! Mini sits him down, trades one back, but good God! Finds another, clipped by the up shot, and Ivy's got the finisher, 7-5. A rough start for Nongshim, but what a rally back.
Yeah, I love the ideas early here for Mates. Again, misdirection, trickery, but they get a little one-dimensional towards the end, and it's just great reads from Nongshim and even better individual efforts.
Yeah, fantastic hero plays on display. Martine still well out in front. Let's see if he can continue that performance when we come back after the halftime break.
Red Bull gives you wings.
Hazlo nomás. ¿Se escucha todo? Buena, cabrón. Buena, buena. Estoy más nervioso que la concha de tu madre, pero vámonos con todo. Cabros, ahora, atención chileno de corazón. CHI. L. dejemos la cagada, cabros, weón. Que esta weá se repita y que dejemos todos los días la cagada. Apoyemos a todos los cabros de acá, que no haya equipismo y era bora, 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 la tope.
Muy bien. Vamos a hacer algo especial. Tenemos un medidor de decibeles. Tenemos que romper esto. Y lo vamos a hacer, Santiago. ¡Grita con el alma! ¡Más fuerte! ¡Más fuerte!
Everybody wanting a piece of the action on stage, rallying this crowd. Good to see Kesnet getting them hyped up. We find ourselves basically neck and neck here at the halfway point of Haven. Nongshim able to run it back. A 5-round win streak to get themselves a 2-round lead.
Hard to wipe the smile off my face after watching that crowd. They are so loud here. It is just phenomenal what this crowd, what energy they're bringing for us and for these players.
The decibel reader is definitely broken.
Yep, it's
that should have capped out. Mini, look at the tuck back. Francis just forward, is able to find one. Mini holding his own, looking for the second, gets a follow-up, but Dami just slides across. Keeps it in with a 3v3. Mate still working on getting everybody shifted over towards this side of the map. Starzo now arriving at C-Link. Double push, ready to come through that garage, but a double face from Ivy and Dami to try to slow them up. Starzo with a shock dart, able to find one, but they get one apiece. And now it's just Starzo, the veteran, the Champions winner, to try to clutch it out, but Dami, the smooth criminal, just moonwalks to garage, gets the right-click kill.
Beepo, are you okay? No, it's
Clearly you should say Mini.
Yeah, Mini, are you okay? Yeah, I mean, it was quite the start there. Mini as well, also suffering at the hands of Dambi. Great crossfires again, set up. I mean, the post plant really nice here for this 3v3. And as always, Dambi just does a great job of getting info for you on those jump peaks. It's the way he starts his acceleration before, and he's already turning the corner, so it makes it really hard to punish it. He's the best when it comes to that kind of movement. And we've seen it on display a couple times here today, where he's basically winning rounds by not giving mates the ability to find an angle for free.
With this double walk down ain't long. If they continue to push, they're going to find themselves an open sight. Leaving this quad stack at garage. Left to their own devices, Ivy's going to go on a bit of a walkabout, check in towards that angle, but he's just the one with a bandit. And now we'll spot out multiple players. He looks to back away.
A little suspicious, but they're pretty quick to rotate right now.
Smoke the garage, trying to drum up some continued interest on that C site. So Mini does tuck back over. There's anything coming their way, but they're getting into position.
Yeah.
See if they can make a go of this. Recon going to be sent out. Martine able to find the first. Francis will fall. Ping reveal there on the Dambi. Starts, end up flying in. Martine able to find another. Now Ivy going to be taken down. The jump out. Beepo trying to finish the job there on RB. Takes him low, but cannot finish the kill. The Glyph with that recovered bandit.
30 seconds.
He's able to find the enemy Omen, and suddenly this round starts getting away from Nongshim. It's to be the massive jump start that mates need to get themselves back into the half. And Mini picks his timing gorgeously. 4 bullets remaining in this Vandal. The swing only needed one. Swaps over to the Ghost. Camla trying to spot. And Dambi gets the Red Bull clutch. But what an effort from mates to make it so damn close.
It's a great read from mates. Stacking in the garage, waiting things out. And when the spot comes through, they anticipate the way Nongshim's going to want to move. What, Nongshim, of course, is going to want to do. Oh, there's 4 garage. Well, we go, hey, easy money. But Nongshim takes a really long time because it doesn't feel comfortable for them. Maybe it was only, a couple players that were there. I don't think, Ivy saw all 4, so he couldn't really fully get it relayed over to his team that, okay, they're all over here, just go. We're just going to go ahead and take the C site for free. Space is open. Mini doesn't want to contest it. It's a full 3-man wrap, though, through attacker side spawn.
You hear that Bucky. Dambi continuing to chase forward.
Now you get nervous about this retake with that there.
Cam getting the reveal on the one. Ivy will just turn back away over towards Long, trying to see if there's going to be anyone on that flank. Meanwhile, RB taking that closer position. Fast lane gets set up. He does have that judge in hand, but Glyph is able to find one. France is going to be taken down, and RB is too whippy on that jump spot. In the falling to the wayside as Ivy will get eliminated. Glyph, a massive round from the Astra. Keeps it very clean here in the anti-bonus.
Yeah. Little fortunate to get past some of those shotguns, but they do. That's what matters most here. Pretty clean as well for mates. So your economy's going to be very happy about that. Whoops. Didn't hit the first shot. They're all just covering the right angles, doing their jobs. Mini wants to get the crowd behind him. See if they could turn this map around. Feels difficult going up against this composition, this Nongshim team. And they're on attacker's side, but anybody can do it with this Cypher Astra. I think it's very possible for mates.
I mean, you've got that Cosmic Divide, one away from a neural theft. There are tools available for mates. String this next one together.
Zombie's already got an overdrive, something that you always have to be wary of. Trying to sell a bit of a fake here with the fast lane. Showing that for the first time, but nobody on mates is buying it. They haven't.
Still have that camera.
They haven't moved the muscle, yep.
The clone forward, cleared out. Evo keeping that one covered. Thrown out forward, looking for the pop flash out, and Martine collects two!
Spike down mid.
France is supposed to be there to protect, but he just gets torn apart. As now the spike is dropped right there in front of their welcome arms. Clean one shot there from RB, but cannot find the follow-up. Then he keeps him in such a winning position. Bandit being a bit whippy there. Pico cannot find the kill. Ivy tries to drag it back, and now the overdrive going to be invested. An immediate slide away from Domby. Still getting pressured out though by Starkso. Pushes forward, shuts him down, barrel stuffing with the overdrive. And now they're going to go for the pivot all the way across to A.
It's Domby again who's going to bail you out here as Nongshim, give you a chance, give you some hope. Ivy's going to go all the way up towards heaven. Try to see if he can catch him a bit off guard, a little unorthodox here.
Wasn't in range of the alarm bot, so does end up recalling that. So they don't have that to cover for that potential flank through A. So they can't double up the angle.
Oh, this is going to be tough. This is tough for mates.
Domby surely spotting out the first. Not sure if he's seen the second though. But now some noise being made. The astral form, Ivy unable to find the spray. Couple shots flying through. Glyph whittled away, down to 37 HP. There's a right click from Domby. Able to find one, looks for the follow-up, doesn't make it happen. His gun barrel spotted! Glyph, he thought he had the kill! But he just doesn't confirm it. Ivy stays alive. As Nongshim get up to double digits.
I mean, it's the individual effort from Domby that gets you this round. It's just chaos. But that is exactly the way that Domby likes it. I thought this was going to be it. The gun barrel had stuck through the smoke as well. So Glyph had a chance and he thought he had it and he pulled back.
You see those sparks fly off the head. Makes you think, okay, I've got him, but unable to confirm it, and that's going to be a timeout call now. Surprisingly, somewhat, the first one from the mates camp. It's at a very necessary timing here.
Yeah, maybe an emotional timeout just as much as anything here on the Coinbase win condition. I mean, it's tough because I think they did a lot well in that round in the macro. You just got Dombied, man. Like, It happens. Like, so maybe just talking about how you can calm your nerves a little bit, kind of how you can react to Domby's movement. But I mean, you could see there how quickly Domby could change directions, how quickly he reacts to a situation and doesn't overcommit. You know, a lot of players there, when he first pops the overdrive and is going for Starkso, might just keep going and die. He doesn't. He pumps the brakes. He changes directions. He sets himself up for success, uses that relay bolt to create some space to keep Starkso guessing. He's so clever and so intuitive. And I mean, it's crazy to think that Martine's got 22 kills and you're down 4 rounds right now as mates.
He's just been working wonders, and right now it looks like he's going to be getting himself another ultimate online. Triple contest out into A long, where he's 1 charge away. But here comes the crunch. Domby's going to be able to find one. TP going to be committed to at the same time for a brief little moment. Before the cancel comes in from RB.
No second layer there for Nongshim that was able to back up. Not sure if they got stalled by some util.
Francis now gone. RB feeling overwhelmed, feeling outnumbered. Goes for the back pedal. Extros now going to be caught out as Martine gets that ultimate online. Don't think he'll need it in this one, though. Clear the tripwire. It's just RB and IB. They're trying to see if they can make a go of this somehow, some way.
Planted.
It's going to be tough.
Before, this is a hell of a lot to ask, especially as the dimensional drift will be able to locate both these players, you would suspect. Tuck back through. There's the exit, but cannot get that shorty out fast enough. Glyph, quick on the trade, and RB completely surrounded. Timeout call works a treat for Gentlemates. 3 players stay alive. They get themselves another round win.
Yeah, it just seems like they want to pick up the pace as well. They want to react quickly. They're able to thwart the initial advance of Domby and then go immediately over towards B, reading that there's going to be the pullback because there's no follow-up layer behind it for Nongshim. I thought for a moment there that Martine might have made a whoopsie, but his teammate right there to help him out, no problem. Still getting that valuable info, securing the round for sure. Still going to have that cosmic divide. It's a weak buy for Nongshim. Lucky for Domby. Francis, okay, flirting with the Guardian, but instead they're going to go for 2 stingers. Half armors, an outlaw for Martine to counter this. See how they want to pilot it. It looks like they're really just going to make a quick hit towards Garage.
Yeah, it might just be
certainly
shoving
feels
their way
like
through
it.
that angle.
Quick smoke, drone out, cleared by the outlaw. There you go.
Clone catching a shot. Martine tucks back flat, has to get the reload off as Paranoia goes out. Not connecting on the mini, however. The swing into the corner. RB looking to try to get some value with that frenzy, but will just fall to the wayside. Francis is going to be good for 1, but they are just getting overwhelmed and stormed out of this side. Beepo, another 3K round for him. Mates marching their way back into this map.
And this is a team, the Gentlemates, that has unbelievable resiliency. You saw it all the time in EMEA when they were pushed to the brink, when they were pushed to the limits. Not to mention the least of which is the way they got here. The best of 5 they won in a reverse sweep against Fnatic to find themselves into this event. There is no doubt that the mental is extremely tough for this squad. So as Nongshim, another go here at long A. Martine, this is a little scary, but has a little bit of an angle in this smoke.
Tiny gap to try to play around with. Doesn't seem like RB's going to be giving him the opportunity, though.
I think this might be one of those rounds where Nongshim plays it a little bit slower, takes a pause. Ivy finds a tripwire over on the other side, pings it out for his team. Maybe they'll feel like this is going to be one of those rounds where they can just make a quick rotate to the other side after trying to create some attention, throwing another smoke in, throwing a drone in as well to keep that extra player placed. That forces Glyph to have to remain. And even now you're getting rotation. Starkzo's coming over. Timing, is it going to be good? And they're doubling down on this. Are they going to try to pinch through B? Look at the pings.
Maybe making the call for it. They will have the dimensional drift to scout for them. Fire going to be spotted. Glimpse there on the mini. Rotate all the way around, up in towards heaven. On the exit, only going to be seeing the clone. Push forward, Glyph looking to try to flush out X-Ross, but be able to find that kill. Players now from Mates getting into position here as fast as they possibly can, but Mini just slides across, finds a headshot. Dami out for even more blood. Martine now gone, Bibbo dropping in, and that's the overdrive immediately chunked down to 7, and then finished off. A flawless round for Nongshim. Finding their footing once again, not allowing for Mates to get their way back into this.
And now we're starting to see some of that push and pull that we saw more of in Pacific with this team, where they're a little bit slow. They're not always just gas pedal to the floor. They'll take their time. Oh, poor Mini. He tried to hold his shot to wait out the slide, bro. You can't do that against Domby. He's going to hit you anyway. And just immediately able to get into A by just being really confused about what, Mates are confused about what they're doing on the map because it was so slow. It was methodical. They were making some attention through the drift all the way over, get up in the top of heaven, draw some attention that way. But now A lot of players looking for a B push out. It's a little bit weaker here for Mates. Mini just on a Sheriff. Guardian works.
Wins it out.
Yeah.
Worked low, 45 health. Still remaining on him, but still his breath in his lungs, the ability to fight.
A little bit of a change up in the trip position. It's a little bit deeper this time on B. And I'm curious, you've already got tucked in player, Beepo, right around the corner, holding that tight angle. He's got backup as well for Martine. This could be a meat grinder for Nongshim.
Oh, this could be a very deadly indeed. It's the jiggle peek out. Beepo able to find the first time. He's going to be taken down. RB as well gone. Martine, that second layer in from behind.
Spike down A.
Picking them apart. Is in reply to a flawless. They're looking to find a flawless of their own. Then he can just rotate in, grab himself a rifle.
30 seconds left.
A nice little cheeky upgrade for free. Francis should be dead on the swing. Well, does manage to find the one. It's gonna take a hell of a lot more than that. And Beepo again, another 3K for this Neon. Keeps him in with a shout. Just 2 rounds separating. Nongshim not yet up to map point.
I mean, you can see just how smart, and again, the adjustments that come immediately here from Mates. It's like, okay, they've slowed down the pace. Now we can take some space. Now, if they give us those opportunities, we can capitalize on them, catch them off guard, and it works a treat. Again, I love the calling of Starkso. He is so heady. He's so aware of the game. And even when things look like they're going catastrophically bad, he's often able to find an answer pretty quickly. Here we go, push out again.
This time, looking for maybe a bit more aggression. Tripwire's still gonna be standing. Push forward comes in. Pop of the clone, and down he's just gonna go running at him. The judge in hand, but he's very much overwhelmed. 3 players waiting from the opposite side of that smoke. X-Ross with the Hunter's Fury, able to find one. People now gonna be taken down. Francis getting himself flush against the wall, staring in towards that A connector. It's just Starzo on that approach.
You should run.
Has a Hunter's Fury, but there's just no real way to try to invest it from here. Tries to play his way forward, gets tagged up, and now has to back off, avoid getting detained. Same for Glyph. And this buys an immense amount of time for Nongshim in the post plant. Glyph, however, able to find one. The enemy Yoru going to be taken down. Shock Dart not quite tagging up Ivy enough. A consideration on that ult, but cannot go for it. Ivy finds the final 2, and Nongshim find their way up to map point.
Great little setup here to get through that trip quickly and start taking space as Dombi. Use the clone to identify it, and then Dombi's off to the races. Yes, he doesn't get a kill, but that tees you up for a follow-up there because you get the info, because you get the space, and X-Ross can rip his ultimate. Plus you got players just ready there on the point. I mean, Francis absolutely turns on a dime there. That's gotta be frustrating here. Map point. Gentlemates gonna have to dig deep. A judge for Beepo, a bunch of ultimates in their back pockets. Dombi has the overdrive.
Have a bit of that wombo combo action that can come through with that dimensional drift, and Martine will go ahead and invest it, but might not need the follow-up. As yet more kills gonna be found. RB trying to TP his way forward onto the site. Caught by Starzo. Ivy does manage to punch through as Martine arriving around the back, keeping X-Ross's attention tied. Doesn't fall for the clone. Spots that jiggle peek out. Ivy wants to try to commit in toward the plant, but here comes the arrival of the players, and he's only going to be able to find Beepo. X-Ross now needing to pull up another 1v3, and will not be able to have it. Gentlemates sticking around. 2 more to go to push this map into overtime.
Yeah, Nongshim tests the waters with another B hit, but this time there's a lot of reinforcements, a quick fast lane as well up in the mix. I mean, Martine, he might drop a 30 bomb in a loss here. See if they could turn it around and maybe force OT. But Ivy's been phenomenal lately. He has been great in these post plants. He is so sharp with that Vandal. It's gonna be a weak buy. Dombi does have his ult. Stinger for RB. See how good he can be with those in skirmish in Pacific. As drone to try to clear the way forward onto C. Quick rotations here though from Gentlemates.
They are all in position. Just Starso still a ways away, but has that Hunter's Fury to try to go ahead and peel off some of that pressure. Opens up with it. Finds RB. The spike now dropped onto the floor. Glyph able to find 2! As they just align, he gets the collat. Francis and Dombi both gonna be struck down. Ivy, however, on that flank, comes away with 2 kills. X-Ross able to find 1! Oh! That's Ivy! A 1v1. He's got the judge at range. Needs another weapon. Does Starso. As he rewraps, and right now Ivy is not buying it. Just now considering the potential pushover.
I got the spike.
Grabs the spike. The regression back through the window, the approach towards backside considered for Starso, but hasn't heard a single thing from Ivy. But he's got so much utility. The alarm bot set up the block off the one side. This is going to give him a lockdown as well.
Recalling my bot.
Recalls it. The swing in the corner! And Ivy! What an ungodly Red Bull clutch! The 4K to get the 13 to 10 scoreline.
Throwing a literal curveball at the situation, trying to do what they can to maybe get this Nongshim team a bit off balance. I don't mind the KO too much here. Gives you a little bit of extra layer of info gathering behind Starso Sova, as well as, you know, having that ult, that ability to nullify all of the abilities, you know, make sure Dombi can't go nuts on you. Stuff like that could be pretty impactful here, but it's untested, it's unproven, and they're gonna have to debut it in their first round of playoffs here at Masters Santiago. See if they can get the job done. They once again start on an attack side, selling another fake early, so similar ideas to what we saw on Haven at the beginning. They're already pulling quite a bit.
They're already getting some good damage in. Francis taken down low. Dombi still going to be able to find a kill as many will fall. You get backpedal there from Starso, but the rest of the team still working their way forward into the B site. Now being heard is Ivy for the opening shot. Won't be able to have it there. Hippo just repositioning, shows his head for a brief little moment, but does manage to tuck away and keep himself alive for now. Nebula fading on this mid connector. The Prowler to lead it forward. Some post-plant setup, but now starting to get broken down. That flank going to be noted as X-Ross finds the kill on a Starso. Dabby just dancing around in heaven. Able to find a kill before getting traded out, and just like that, Francis taking that early contact, that early damage, survives and finds the final kill, and Nongshim get the pistol.
Yeah, and the way Nongshim is set up for this round is really nice. Even getting that first pick, as those two players were trying to sell a fake on the other side of the map, they kill one. Dombi's immediately running over, but they're not over-pressing. They're not overextending. They're hanging back by B tower, by B elbow, waiting out to see if there's going to be any aggression. They use a snake bite to buy a little bit of space, buy a little bit of time. And then this is a huge catch for X-Ross there to take Starso out of mid. That really opens up that extra layer for you, that extra angle that you don't have to worry about. And then they just flood in together. You've used all your utility by that point as mates as well. There were no flashes left on the retake.
Full force coming through to try to catch Nongshim off guard. Flashes in, Francis with that judge going to be able to find one. Now they know the buy is in play, but Ivy still so far forward, ends up getting caught by it. Big advantage now into the hands of mates. They look to tie things up 1-1 immediately. TP in, RP, hounded down, and Martine is right back to it. The 4K. To make it 1-1, he's already one charge away from the run it back.
Well, there you go, more trickery from Gentlemates. Coming in with a plan, and it works an absolute treat. This angle that Martine takes, Dombi tries to slide right at him and pays the price.
Well-earned pop-off from him. Just picking up right where he left off in the previous map. Now, one kill, give him that run it back just in case things start getting a little bit dicey, and Nongshim's own thrifty attempt here. Francis again with a shotgun. He's going to be playing on the corner. Swing in, and Martine survives. Get that heal through as well.
And he's got the regen shield. That's crazy value. Gets the ult, you can funnel an ult orb over to Mini too. That's so huge for Gentlemates. Comes the little backfill here, but
just grab up that Bucky so maybe Damby can try to put it to use. RP, hearing all of this rotations coming in. Gets the pings out. The question is, can they do anything about it? Obviously, the weaponry is just not great at all for Nongshim. Damby trying to get himself forward into the site so he can actually utilize this shotgun. Relay bolt going to be coming in. Damby sliding forward, able to find one, get some damage on that follow-up there as Bippo will get his legs cut up beneath him. Martine's still here! And Damby gets two with a Bucky! Unbelievably close! Mates can breathe a sigh of relief as they gain the lead for themselves, but my goodness. Dambi nearly pulled off an absolute miracle. We need to see that back.
Love the call here. Love the timing from Nongshim. Well, here we go. One, okay.
Sure.
Already tweaking him up.
He doesn't even see him. He doesn't know that Starzo's there.
Goes through. And we didn't see much of it on Haven. Again, Mates was able to avoid a lot of the crazy shotgun shenanigans, but there you go. That's what we've come to expect watching Dambi in Pacific.
Operator now playing a lot of space being taken around A, but this is all a bit of a ruse as Ivy, left to his own devices, out in the open, gets struck down. An empty site as Martine leads the charge with, that'll run it back. Push forward, looks for the kill on RB, but it's only gonna find a little bit of damage, but Glip now finding Dambi, RB getting burnt by the blaze wall.
Catch them.
Careful now.
Sees to go out, the molly over the top, RB scouted, X-Ross covering fire, able to find the one, but there is a hell of a lot more work to be done. Another smoke gonna be bloomed in, but RB ends up falling. X-Ross with a follow-up. Martine now dead. The spam coming in. There's the flank from Mini. Forward into the smoke. 3-1. Mates maintaining the lead.
Woo. Gets a little scrappy there, but I mean, Mates again find that opening kill and immediately press their advantage with the Phoenix ult. Martine already up to 8 kills. Oh, Cliff there. Stunned up, still hits the shot.
Survivors rest. I'll clean up.
A little bait and switch at the end. Beepo teeing up Mini, buying some time, shooting through the wall to try to distract and find that final kill. Looking really nice right now for Mates. They have the Hunter's Fury as well. Sheriffs and then a Stinger for Dambi this time.
Has that plus the overdrive.
They're going to load up on B here again. Do they have an answer for this Phoenix?
Stacking into this one, and it's a great shot from Ivy to start things off. Martine going to be struck down now. Starzo joins him. The spike now a bit stranded. Does he get blinded up, pushed away by the paranoia? The overdrive in play. Dambi ready and willing to chase this corner, but Bebo does manage to find him with the outlaw. RB swinging in, gets himself another headshot, but the kills end up going the way of Mates. Dust settling, and X-Raw still a world away, just skirting his way into mid at the moment. If he continues on this trajectory, could perhaps recover a weapon.
You are divided.
A fantastic start this round. Ends up getting away from Nongshim, perhaps. Jumps forward, pick of the litter as far as the weaponry is concerned, grabs up the Vandal.
Spike planted.
But they have to know that this angle is very possible for X-Ross to arrive on.
Cliff was reading it for a moment, but now they're pretty tunneled in on other parts of the map. X-Ross just waits out the Cosmic Divide.
They're tucked away, though. Hiding their positions.
Has all his util.
People's going to be able to swing that corner on a dime. Catch him off guard. Ooh, there's the spot. Stunned up on the relay. Cannot get that crosshair. Swung across fast enough. Beepo with a 3K. It's Mates now up to 4.
That's scrappy as hell. And it looked like you said, that for a moment maybe Nongshim was going to turn this round on its head. Relay bolt. Then they try to overcommit there, and Glyph's ready for Donby's angle. Coming in on the overdrive, shuts it down.
Big 3v5 to deny.
Oh, yeah.
That Thrifty conversion, so timeout going to be called by Nongshim. Talk about taking wind out of the sails. Thought maybe that clutch from Ivy would have done wonders for them. But Martine is right back to it, 8-4-2. As we zoom in on the Coinbase win condition. Another buy afforded by Nongshim, but if they cannot get this one to go, their credits are going to be back in the dumps once again.
Yeah, I'll be curious to see what it looks like coming out of this timeout here for Nongshim. A lot of early aggression at B main, a lot of scrappy battles that have mostly gone the way, in the long run, over towards Gentlemates. So you're going to try to spread the map a little bit more here, play a little bit safer, play a little bit more default. Don't want to give Martine any more opportunities to keep scooping up kills, scooping up ults, keep running away with this half. Still have to worry about Starkzo's ult, of course, as well. Francis is going to have his X-Ross one away from a Nightfall, so a lot of tools here, a lot of ideas that you can toy with. And, oh my God, look at the map. Look at Nongshim. This is madness.
Completely ignoring the A site.
Okay, but I mean, Mates has no intention of really making any kind of fast hit or early aggression. The spike's still down. They're just playing slow. They're waiting this out. They're anticipating Nongshim getting aggressive.
And if Nongshim continue to scale like this, then that spike might remain stranded.
That's true.
Mini watching forward for the moment. Doesn't send out the 0 point, turns away. And there's the timing. There's the catch. Glyph, however, still gonna be out here at spawn, but Francis has the spot, has the kill. Dambi trying to scale his way forward, but Martine still here, so fire, but RB able to trade that one back. RB finds himself 3, and okay, the timeout call works a treat, just to one casualty. Nongshim get themselves a second round win. This allows them to bolster the economy a bit.
That is absolutely wild that this round goes the way it does, and it's all because that spike was in Mini's hands right as he gets caught. And that just is where Nongshim says, we go now, we take this round, that spike down, let's end this.
Well, that it's an early flash, but the 0 point never invested.
Right.
Didn't have that scout coming through. No real clue just what the numbers were going to be like on the opposite side. At the same time, the pace is getting ready to continue as Beepo goes diving his way forward into the site. Martine, however, going to fall on Ivy. Tucked away behind the box, finds Beepo. The Hunter's Fury committed to this by Starzo. It ends up coming up completely empty.
Beautiful positioning there by Francis as well. Just tucks himself in behind the box so he doesn't get spotted by Beepo on the entry. Change of ideas, change of locations. RB up to bat.
Slotting his way into the corner, checking that. Now, locking on to be able to find Mini, but Cliff will be able to trade it back. A 2v4 now. Spike widely, just going to be stuck at yard, and Francis wants to try to flush him out. Gets the spot here. Ivy able to find Starzo, and Francis just pops out of dimensional drift. Arrives to find Glyph, and suddenly Nongshim chaining together these 2 rounds, just 1 away from tying things up.
Well, this is huge for the economy of Nongshim and bad for the economy of Mates. They only had enough money because there's been quite a few scrappy rounds to weather through 1. They're not able to get that second to go, so now Nongshim's economy starts to boom, and it's a bust on the other side, and that's going to force a timeout, this time from Gentlemates.
Very proactive on this. Wanting to find as much success as they can from this attacker's side. This is their side selection on Nongshim's map of choice.
Well, you're going to have Mini's ult, you're going to have the no commands, you're going to have some ability here to, I think, really stymie a lot of what Nongshim relies on. And, you know, Martine as well has a run it back so he can get you a little bit of info, clear some space. So for Nongshim, maybe you're talking a little bit more retake heavier. They're just going to keep with the aggression. I mean, it seems like that's been the game plan no matter what. The change up during Nongshim's timeout was just, hey, let's try a different kind of aggression, and it works out. Xross does have a Nightfall as well for some kind of retake. RB has his ult, so some tools to kind of play around with here. You know, I don't know if Mates is going to invest their ult in this round because it's the eco, of course, but things to start to consider, at least for a follow-up. They're going to default this time, Nongshim. A little bit of a 2-1-2, it looks like. Got to play a little bit safer. Don't give up anything. You know, you don't want to drop guns over early if you can help it.
3 Sheriffs and a Bandit.
Quick feet, quick trigger.
See if Mates can work some Thrifty magic here. Or even just get some of these ults out of the hands of Nongshim. As for now, thrown forward to mid. I believe it's spotted out Xross's position. 0 point will.
Yep. Just double checking if there's players around that corner.
Francis just staying tucked here, ready to just invest that Judge in alongside that vulnerable. There goes Martine, knows that he tagged up the enemy Neon as well. Looks for a little bit more, and Glyph with a nice headshot. We'll be able to catch him on the jump, but Ivy still here, still standing, still breathing, still fighting. Swings in, now puts that spike down on the floor.
Spike down.
As the Nightfall does go across, gets the K into these players. And Ivy has the transfer, another 4K from him to tie it up 4-4.
Dude, Ivy, he's been really good in Pacific, but this is
He's
the best
leveling
yet.
up.
Yeah, no, this is the best yet. I mean, everybody talks about Dambi, Francis. You know, RB had a glow up. Xross had a phenomenal best of 5 against RRQ, but Ivy is so steady. And usually it's like lurking. He's doing kind of this second layer of information gathering for you. But today he has just been discussing. Look at that transfer too. Woo!
First international event is here on his feet, taunting across the stage. But now we go back into a bye for Mates. Reestablish this lead. That null command as well as the run it back still available. Just been held in the back pocket for now.
Nongshim abandoned mid, so they have no info initially. They've got to start re-clearing this space. Meanwhile, Mates is just going to try to scale.
Working their way forward. Paranoia does go through. But the curveball from Martine is perfectly placed. Peels back some of that pressure. At the same time, X-Ross going to be taken down. Spotted on the recon ping. Starzo finds the wall bang. Francis quickly trying to scale in behind them. Angles being watched. Splits the difference between the two players and doesn't manage to find the kill. Starzo now cleans up the enemy Yoru. Dambi trying to push his way forward, but has to abandon this angle. Steps up the fast lane, immediately backpedals Ivy at the same time. Still here, but now dead. Mini, great awareness, flushes out the enemy Viper. 2v4. It's still a very favorable position to re-establish the lead.
Spike planted.
Joke's over.
The double join up, pop of the ultimate, and Martine finds value from it immediately. RB eliminated. Dambi trying to play this one out patiently. Sell him on fake info, but Dambi, oh, he gets whippy. And Starzo capitalizes on that 10 times out of 10.
Yeah, this is just great from Mates. One of those rounds where if you're given space, take it, and they do. There's a follow-up plan, but like you said, a great flash, a great reveal, and that completely stalls out Nongshim's cheeky attempt to try to catch Mates in mid. So it's just better reactions from Mates this time, and he's laughing a bit. He knows he should have had at least one. Back into the op for Francis. Trying to clear the drone. They do. So op hasn't been identified. But it's more of an alien this time. This has been the direction that Nongshim was putting pressure in the last couple of rounds early. So Mates was looking to try to have a counter for it to see if they could catch Nongshim off guard. Nongshim back to a bit more of a default with the pit invested over at the front of B.
Yeah, I mean, they have to be decently suspicious about Francis being there in mid with that operator. Tuck all the way back through the attacker spawn, not giving him the angle into mid. But Ivy, how does he play this one out? He's been so damn good for Nongshim this entire time, but it is the full forces of Mates getting ready to come running at him. He's going to be spotted here into the back, tries to send out that snake bite, but already he's been flushed out, taken down. Francis storming forward. Quick scope pop there on a Starzo, but now X-Rust gone, and Francis cannot find the follow-up flick. Dambi strafing out to his demise. Martine cleans it up, and now RB just has to tuck away and try to save this weapon so he can drop for a teammate in the follow-up round. Mates gonna be getting themselves up to 6.
It's just simple things here for Mates. Again, finding good reactions. Heading over to the other side of the map and just bullying their way through. You just run the Neon in through the Viper's pit. RB looking to see if he can find any exits. They've all evacuated towards defender spawn.
That'll, I mean, if you can just get in, grab the operator.
Oh yeah, you're right. Ninja defense.
Nah, okay. Maybe try to take one down with him, but doesn't register just how quickly Pippo's there behind him. I mean, this guy, he's Mr. 3K of this event, it would seem.
He's been really, really good for Mates today. Oh, what a quick stroke there from Francis. Woo! But
Center mass, but that's about as good as it got.
Yeah, the problem is you've got all these angles already created because Bippo's so far, he's in the B elbow. You're flooding in through the site. I mean, trying to get that retake to go there as Nongshim just flooding through Link. It's tricky, to say the least. Glyph has an ult. Francis is getting kind of close to a drift.
Once again, looking for this aggressive push out to try to get a catch. Spike not going to be in the hands of Mini this time around, though, and he is able to backpedal over towards the spawn. Oh, rescales, does get spotted, tagged down low. Relay Bolt going to be sent out. Dambi trying to find him. Pop Flash not going to find the turn, but now blinded up by the Paranoia. As things get chaotic, the RB eventually will be able to find him with that Spectre. All the while, A site's been taken, plant about to come through. 2 players nearby enough. Before scaling into the back, Francis able to find the track on it, but not before Ivy ends up falling, but Francis is able to go ahead and get himself a second, but runs low on bullets, and eventually Starzo collects the kill. Glyph hearing that movement, scale forward, has Dambi outdone now into a 2v2. The swing around the back, the flank, now known. X-Ross, however, good for the kill to go into the 1v1.
I have this spike.
Battle of the controllers, the tap on the plant, but RB is swinging around the world. With 40 seconds, Glyph could do the same, could even sprint over to B if he wanted, but we'll just go for a corner plant towards Halls. Tucks behind the box, is dialed in on the angle.
Oh, the timing.
Oh, no, he doesn't! Snaps out of it fast enough, and RB doesn't manage to find the kill. A massive 3K for Glyph.
And that's
Mates the lead at the half.
It's one of those rounds that you really needed from Glyph. He's been good for those big clutches. He comes up huge here, slowing down Donby, taking out X-Ross, taking out RB. Huge.
Taunts are now flying. Mates looking to make this an 8-4 scoreline. Dimensional Drift available on the one side, still 2 ultimates for Mates. Hunter Sphere as well as that Cosmic Divide. Set them up very nicely for a post plant to secure the round. Meanwhile, Nongshim wanted to go for this aggression. The jump peek out, Francis narrowly able to win out the fight. The Hunter Sphere now going to be there in reply, but all the players fairly elusive, so will not get tagged up. They get a kill, they get the ult, they get out scot-free.
Nice little jump peek to set up Francis on the wide swing. Looks like we're gonna make another go at B. Hold up close this time.
Curveball gonna go flying, turns over to the side, it's gonna be Ivy able to find Martine, but Francis, good for 1 before getting taken down. The site broken open, and again, 2v3 here for Gentle Mates. And they work that magic once again. Cosmic Divide going to be invested, cutting off that mid-connector position where 2 players are looking for the approach, but they're gonna go facing forward, and they both lose out. Maybe expecting that the wider numbers are gonna be coming in through main. Either way, the defuse is there, and it's gonna be 7-5 at the half yet again.
Wow. I mean, I thought this match was gonna be high tempo, high paced, and it's definitely living up to that. Loving the way that both teams are just going at it, brawling in their own styles.
Insane scenes here from both of these squads. We'll want to rally back in the half here for Gentle Mates after the first map loss. Let's see if they can take this map out from beneath Nongshim's feet and extend it to bind when we come back.
Vamos a hacer algo, ¿eh? Aquí estoy con mi compa David y vamos a jugar un juego. Cuando él redoble el tambor, quiero que ustedes se vuelvan locos, que se levanten de la silla, que griten lo que quieran. Y cuando yo diga paren, nos quedamos todos en silencio, ¿va? David, cuando quieras. Todos, 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 todos. Arriba, 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 arriba. Para. Muy bien. David, cuando quieras. ¡Vamos! ¡Todos, todos, 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 todos! ¡Para! ¡Muy bien! ¿Les parece una más? ¡Santiago! ¡Todos, todos, todos! ¡Arriba, arriba, 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 arriba! ¡Más fuerte! ¡Más fuerte! ¡Estamos bien! ¡Estamos bien! Muy bien, muy bien, muy bien. Vamos a despedirnos ya con la última. Cuando quieras, David. ¡Dale duro! ¡Vamos arriba! ¡Arriba! 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 ¡No los escucho! ¡Y para! ¡Santiago! ¡Grita con el alma!
I think we've solved the energy crisis here with this crowd in Santiago. They have an infinite pool of it available at the drop of a hat or the beat of a drum.
Amazing. Amazing. I mean, we're busting out all the stops here today. I think that's the first musical instrument that's debuted out there on the
And I'm
stage.
sure it will not be the last.
I have a feeling you're right. I have a feeling you're right. Let's just get like a full-on orchestra out there and just let it go. Let it go. All right. Well, Nongshim on the attacker's side, 4-1 split. A little bit of a Sell on a attempted fake over on the other side, waiting for that 0 point. Martine swings out. Use this wall to scale.
So around the corner, the pop flash, and here's how many guns are on the opposite side. So we'll just go ahead, back away for the time being. Molly going to be lobbed in, but Martine still able to find one, and Francis burned to death. Another kill for him from beyond the grave. Setting up mates.
Really nice.
That pistol win that they weren't able to find at the start of this map.
Yeah, really nice ideology from the side of Gentlemates with using that Phoenix ability to kind of cut apart an attack before it can really begin, because you can use a curveball, you can use the Molly, and everybody on Nongshim just kind of has to take a pause. They can't follow up off of Dombi the way they want to, so I can definitely see some of the theory here and why it's working well for Gentlemates with this switch up in comps. Still though, that Glyph.
Steep push.
Yeah, there's 2 players that are going to be wrapping, so this is going to be pretty tricky for Nongshim, it feels like.
Starzo still has to be cognizant of potential mid-push coming through, but they are getting themselves aligned on the correct side of the map now.
Well, it's a 2-2 crunch, so you got to try to get ahead of the curve. You have to win this pretty well for Nongshim.
Yeah, they're looking for the swing in. Don't spot out onto the 1 player, but Ivy ends up getting taken down. RB dead, and it's just X-Ross with 16 HP, dead to the shotgun. No, the headshot from Starzo. His mates, 3-round lead. Pistol is theirs. Slated now to take this up 9-5.
This is nice. I mean, just great stuff from Martine again. And right before the relay pull blooms, he's getting his work done. And again, you had to win that fight on the backside cleanly for Nongshim to really have a chance in that round by Arches, but not able to do it. Therefore, it's a pretty easy cleanup for Mates. A little bit of a investment
heavy
here.
investment here.
Yeah, a couple Buckies and a Sheriff.
There's a bandit in hand as well, but Tombi right in on top of Martine, able to find that kill. Tucks back, dodges the relay pull, but Pipo here with his marshal to try to hold the line, finds the first, immediately backpedals. Sends in a couple more shots, but Starzo's going to be taken down as Ivy finds a follow-up shot. Headshot swinging through, but it runs out of bullets, and Mini will be able to strike him down. 2v3. Just the marshal really grabbed up here. Mini's position now known. I'll be there around the corner. Mini had heard the teleport. But how are you really meant to try to flush him out? Inching forward, does manage to find it. Jump peek though from Francis, greets him with a Bucky. Buck shot to the face, and now it's just on Glyph. Been clutch for them before, but this time cannot make it happen. Nongshim not quite going for as heavy of an investment as we saw from Mates at the start of this, but still will find the same result.
It's just wild. I am loving this. Both teams throwing in a little bit of extra. This time it's Nongshim throwing in their spice into the mix. No shotgun, something they love to dig into. Work a treat. Creating that extra angle, making it difficult with RB as well, but here we go. Big stack. Francis with the outlaw.
Do they push for it? He is very far forward. That curveball could get the catch, but he still gets that shot on a Pipo. That is unbelievable, and Ivy just massacres the remaining 3.
Is that a no-scope?
I think it might have been. I think he pulled off the scope just in time.
I got the spike.
Absolutely unreal.
So, show me the slow-mo of that after this round, observers, please.
Show it now. I don't think that there's going to be too much more happening. I believe Starzo has been hurt here in mid, just has that shorty in hand. Going to be zoned away as they want to try to funnel this kill into Francis's hands. Problem is, you do have the gap closed, but there you go. We'll still be able to find it. It's going to be flawless in response here for Nongshim. 1 away from tying it up, and Francis 1 away from having the dimensional drift.
Just bananas, just absolutely bananas. I gotta see this again. What?
Yeah.
Get out of here. Jeez.
Put your life savings on red tonight. That is one hell of a gamble that pays off for him.
Thank you, replay team.
But now, glass cannon force on this operator. People looking to try to shut down the aggression. Immediately, Martine going to be rerouted back inside of the site. The orb gets grabbed up, and this is really what they wanted to contend for. Dimensional Drift at the ready as Ivy intercepts through the mid connector. Mini and Martine both taken down.
And here's the rotations coming out of A2.
Sat back watching for it, down at the same time, just gliding forward. Francis giving his life over. Ivy still going to be good for the one, but cannot find people. But now they know that there's an operator in play. Do they want to hunt for this is my question.
Oh, hell yeah, you do.
Could end up being a little bit risky, but let's see. Obviously going to be favored on the angle if RB continues to push from here. If they can remove this off from their hands, that would be devastating for Mates. Looks like they're not going to pursue too deeply for this one, so we'll allow them to stay alive, at least for the moment. But Nongshim will tie it up at 8-8.
It's just explosive stuff, but this time we finally get to see one of those Ivy lurks come to fruition. And he finds two, somehow sneaks his way up mid.
He has a Vandal. Oh, and he's got damage on him. And Dambi is around the corner, and Dambi collects the kill. Nothing retained. 8-8, all tied up. Once again, money in the dumps for Gentlemates.
Dude, Ivy is... Oh my God, he's so clean today. He's barking too. I'm not gonna lie, you don't see that too often in Pacific, folks.
No, not at all. The Hexross was really the one that was standing up, getting riled up.
Right.
Now, Gentlemates looking, trying to pull off a Thrifty. Walk down into mid, Starzo slotted into that smoke, the flash going through, but Ivy again just comes in off that side angle. Just Starzo off guard, finds the kill.
Again, a nice little bait and switch setup. Glyph gonna try to delay, but just a clone out. This is all a bit of a ruse.
Get good damage onto Francis. Obviously, he leads with a Dimensional Drift. We'll be safe in that. They're making plenty of noises. Okay, the mask does go on. Relay bolt to delay. Dambi, the slide forward. He's looking for the shot. Will only be able to find a Smattergren damage. Next Ross is there for the punish. Player advantage now expounded upon as Glyph is the last one standing, and he is a world away from this A site.
I'm out of here.
Now you can get X-Ross's ult off this plant and set yourself up for success. And again, on the attacker side, once Nongshim gets there, it's Ivy with 3.
He's back on his feet again.
Well, if I was playing that way, I would be too.
9-8.
21 kills for Ivy.
Oh, he's been destroying.
This is unreal.
21, 11, and 7 at the moment. It's been a massive performance from him on this Viper. Now, back into another buy. That run it back there from Martine. That Hunter's Fury from Starzo.
Oh, and this is so key for Mates to get back into this match. Their economy is going to be in tatters if they lose again.
Yeah, meanwhile, you're going to have cash cap on multiple players.
Correct.
For Nongshim.
They're
the economy from here is going to be damn near impossible. Dambi leading the charge, sliding in, and hits the shot on the Glyph!
No!
Oh, that is disgusting! The Hunter's Fury again goes wide, just cannot get a catch on these players!
That's illegal.
Too damn fast, too damn elusive. Pipo sliding forward, is able to find Ivy though. The pit now immediately going to be dropped. Still a player disadvantage, but clean tap finds Dambi. But Martine snapped back. Once again into the connector, 2v3 to try to clutch it. Now the 1v3 Martine. The weight of the world to potentially this map, this entire series on his shoulders right now in this moment. Relatively healthy, the curveball forward, looks for the kill, but X-Ross manages to hold his own. Nongshim, they hit double digits, and once again, break the economy of Mates.
And it's a little bit of a different look this time from Nongshim. A lot of times it's fast lane in first and then they go, but he's actually going and he throws the fast lane as he's in the door already, slides through. So I think just the timing there caught Glyph a little bit off guard. These little things that they change individually round to round, you know, in particular Dambi, of course, you're gonna be watching him on those big execute moments, but it's stuff like that that is so annoying, so difficult to deal with, and why nobody has beaten Nongshim yet this year.
The second and final timeout for Mates on this map. Maybe just in this series, unless they can rally this back. take a look at the Coinbase win condition, and the big one that I have in mind is going to be Martine, of course. Has a Hero Vandal in hand at the moment. Starzo maybe considering the buy down for a Guardian as well. Give him a bit more oomph.
Yeah, I mean, again, Martine has been having a good series, a very good series, especially on Haven. You know, and we saw some hope with this new comp, and you know, Beepo's getting involved, getting those 3Ks. He's going to have his overdrive, so he's going to be able to kind of bust that out, hopefully get some value out of it. But in general, you know, Nongshim on this attacker side, they're also going to have an overdrive, so we might get the duel of the fates there. See how it all shakes out. Judge for Glyph, it looks like, is what he's thinking about buying with. I mean, I don't know, man. It's Nongshim's being really creative. They're showing you a ton of different looks, and now they're going to try to just flood A.
It's just Beepo and Mini to try to hold this line, stem the tide here in some fashion. The slide forward, immediately shut down, blinded up, no clue what was hitting him from the flank. Fast pivots now called in from mates. Nongshim, we pump the brakes here for a brief little moment. This allows for mates to try to get themselves into position. The curveball going to be good, connecting in, but just cannot find the kills. Takes down below, but cannot finish the job. The jump forward, the shorty in hand. Francis finds Mini. However, Glyph suddenly exploding back with kills of his own. Two picked up on the Judge, damage dealt to RP. As suddenly Nongshim reeling, sprinting their way across towards that B site. And now a weapon upgrade for Glyph as well, a Vandal in hand.
Oh, look at him. Oh, Ivy just missed the timing. Well, Starkso seems, he might have heard footsteps.
He might just get caught, but no, narrowly misses it. Ivy can breathe a sigh of relief, but Glyph is still on that flank. He is still encroaching on this position. Gets the pings down though. Knows that he's rotated his way further forward into the site itself. Push forward into the poison orb, finds the timing, gorgeous from Glyph. A 3K, potentially the 4 as a shock dart takes RB so very low. They are making this impossible for him. As the Guardian, and high pen damage comes to fruition, but what a round from Glyph. Bails out mates when they need him the most.
Again, it's another Mastercard Thrifty here, but man, oh man, Glyph has done God's work here. And he just catches Nongshim overstepping just a little bit. They try to triple swing that angle, weren't anticipating a Judge. They were just riding that wave of just running people over on their way in. Got a little overconfident, got a little over-aggressive.
That is a critical one. In the end, 4v5 conversion at its peak, with people dead off the rip. Now, Mate's able to afford an operator into this once again. Fast rotation is going to be coming through. Is Starzo is hitting the thing there on RB, takes RB down to a sliver as well, and RB just swings right into the spray. Just could not confirm that kill, and now the spike very much is stranded. So not deep enough to be able to spot out Dambi, but we'll just back away, not over-aggress, not overwatch this spike angle, and allow themselves to get picked apart.
They're going to be going into the stack.
3 players on this side. Not great no matter which way you cut it.
Well disguised.
Swing in. Slow swing, Francis. Easy pickings there for Beepo. Downbeat making plenty of noise, trying to go diving forward. Hits the transfer over to Mini. Hold on a second. Will not be able to avoid that concuss, just setting up a fast lane here. Plant not in play quite just yet. I suspect a ton of this pressure now on X-Ross's shoulders. Downbeat still has not committed to this one. Trying to get an angle, but it's going to be Starzo out from yard, able to find that kill. X-Ross now striking. Finds the operator. Sends out a seize, needs to recover the spike, is able to do so, but it's only 18 seconds to try to play around with. He just has no idea where Glyph is at. Towards CT, now the swing, getting ready to come through at Halls, and it's gonna be Starzo with a 4K to tie it up at 10-10.
Starting to get really good reads. They're showing things to Nongshim that they're not able to diagnose in time. I mean, first of all, Starkzo just going absolutely bonkers there. Gets 2 dinks before he gets the spray down. big step up from the IGL, but the way they disguise this position, okay, yeah, Domby gets 2, sure. But you've already done critical damage to Nongshim with the way that you're able to play the beginning of the round, able to hold that mid angle.
Now Mini got an Odin in hand. People trying to challenge forward. Domby just gonna go sliding at him with that judge. Martine will be able to catch him with a headshot. A nice one. Slow the roll here of Nongshim. Grab the orb though, Extros. Now with the Nightfall online. Martine has some backup. Mini there at Heaven has that Odin in play. And Martine a clean tap. Sits down RB. The spike now gonna be dropped. Plays well set up. There's the ping reveal. Martine finds himself a third. Could very well be on for an ace, but Francis will be able to deny it away. Oh! Francis with a third of his own. And now it is just Glyph to once again try to bail them out. Francis taking point. Double facing towards the connector. Glyph just stays tucked away, playing it quietly. Doom of the orb, the scale forward. Watching for it, but no. Glyph winning out that fight. Francis now dead. Ivy to try to be the difference maker to get Nongshim back into the lead. Or can Glyph deliver another massive clutch? He's just going to be disrespecting this fight. Just strafes across it, but Ivy now aware of this. Knows that he's got some damage on him. It can all come down to one headshot, but Ivy finds the win again. Nongshim now up to 11, 2 rounds away from closing this out. The Gentlemates still yet with an immense amount of fight in them.
What a round here for Francis. Stops Martine from single-handedly claiming the lead for Gentlemates. And then it's who else? Ivy in the end plays this so well, so patient, using his util to buy some time. And now they're just gonna rush into B, it looks like.
This ult economy though could stir things up. Dimensional drift from Francis, leads the charge, and immediately you've got 2 players leaning in from mid towards this B site. The push forward into the scout, should have seen Martine there. It'll just be the quick exit. Martine trying to find a punish, but it's gonna be RB covering. Snaps him back from the ultimate, and Glyph now gone. Molly in hand, the Prowler to check, doesn't get the catch there onto Beepo. As Ivy just tries to hold forward, solo with the shorty in hand, swings in, shuts down one, technically resible there for Mini. If they can find the space, but there you go. Starzo brings him back from the grave. The swing out, the judge massacres them all! Domby just runs over them as Nongshim get up to match point. And look at the economy for Gentlemates. It's in tatters.
It's gonna be Stingers, Spectres. You've got 1 Vandal for Martine. Love the way Domby does this. Just keeps taking space, keeps scaling, finds a kill up in Heaven, drops back down to get 2 more. And they just make a meal of Gentlemates at the door. And it's slam the door maybe on this match.
He's got a judge, and he still has an overdrive behind this. The drone over the top. Ivy going to be spotted. Quickly has to backpedal, but will get caught. Critical mistake here from Nongshim's Viper. The flood retake is looking very possible. Do they just fight their way out? No, they will just go for a backside plant. Fast lane set up. Extros taking that contact. Cross towards Yard. His relay bolt gets dodged. A curveball in. Domby blinded up. Francis, however, able to find one. And Domby! He just slides right in! Another 3 kills! Glyph will sit him down, but I don't think he can make this one happen. He cannot! He is overwhelmed! Dead! 13-10 again! Nongshim pull off the 2-0 over Mates!
And everybody's been talking about this team. Maybe the best Neon in the world. And he showed you why in those last couple of rounds. He went absolutely crazy with the judge. Finally got it to go. A hell of an effort here by Gentlemates. Threw some cool stuff at Nongshim on Corrode. Fought tooth and nail across both maps. But this Nongshim team is everything that everyone said they were.